without hesitation. She said, when you lose all your money. Okay. I see how it is. She's just jealous. Are you jealous of what your brother can do? Oh my goodness. She's not jealous. She just wishes I donated to her nonprofit that she works for. I suppose I can. I thought I already did. What was that $130 that I gave you the other day? You said you needed.
Well, I'm gonna have to get a cocktail.
Did you get your refund for that yet? Go get that money refunded if you're not going to use it or not going to use the product. All right. Possibly a bounce back up to VWAP in the next minute or so. Shoot. Quit buying, guys. What the heck? Dude, that it should have went there. And again, rejection. So either this thing's going straight down today or we're gonna get a short squeeze because this thing has got to be heavily shorted. And maybe not, but point is this thing's definitely got some baggage holding it. It would filter the money through the nonprofit, right? That way the IRS doesn't see it. Okay. And then we go ahead and we go to the gold store, all cash. I'm kidding. Where's my piece of gold? I paid $400 for like this little sliver of gold that it's in a case that maybe 50 years from now I pull it out and find out it's just like a piece of chocolate. So I ended up pulling 600 out of AREB, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. I didn't think it was going to be good. MINM, my thoughts on it are, I don't know. It's choppy. It really is. But as far as getting those quick wins, there was opportunity to do it. Now the opportunity is a little bit more difficult to capitalize on because I'm not quite sure what this thing wants to do. Really, might be coming up to 430, I guess. Volume's coming back in. I'm just going to sell market right there for that win. Buy Silver Eagles. The thing with silver, it's so bulky, is what I've been reading. It's like for how much silver you have to have compared to gold, like it's going to look like it's going to look like frick, I blanked on the name. That bank in Harry Potter. Green Gots. Green Grots. So there was the breakthrough VWAP, and then remember how I said 430. Here's that key level pivot. Got a little bit extra tailwind back up to 444 and then back down. I haven't seen Blair yet this morning. He did say he was taking a break from the community. That's right. Roscoe, buy silver bars. VLC, silver bars too big. And then JG, rest in peace. Cedric Diggory. Cedric Diggory. Cedric! No! Cedric. My sister says it's Cedric, not Cedric. I always call him Cedric. Seems like buyers might be walking it up here, so I'm going to try to jump on board with that. We got to cut that. That fell apart. That sucks. Then I bought high. You know, that's what my buddy was telling me, to buy gold at Costco. That never even crossed my mind ever. Screw you, dude. I was trying to catch the snap there, and I kind of knew it wasn't going to work. I took a, it's not a bad loss, in at 440 out at 38, 2 cents. So 60, 70 bucks. Not bad. So, AREB, we got 597. MINM, we got $2,000. I don't know. Maybe worth staying around for MINM. I'll tell you that much. Might be worth sticking around. Do you have to go somewhere? How many hours did you spend it? Pirate's life for me. Captain Jack Sparrow. Dude, I want to watch a good movie today. What movie should I watch? Before you guys... Blair is here. I've been here. Green. Decent green. I love how he says that. Green. Decent green. Greener than everybody. I'm kidding. Hey, movie suggestions. Furioso. Is that in English? I don't know, guys. What's the time? Where's my little happy? Do you guys see this little star in this rainbow? I bought this as kind of a joke because it's for like preschoolers. It's for like a preschool class. I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I mean it works. Okay. Let's take a gander here at this ticker that we like to call MINM. Okay. I've been teaching this stuff for a long time. Okay. Let's just say that. Okay. I've been teaching for a long time, but I haven't taught anybody, I guess, successfully. Wink, wink. That's okay. The deal with this MINM is I'm scared this thing's just going to drop out of the sky. As the day goes on, the way this moves gives me that idea that this thing could just open up and drop out. I think we might have a little bit more potential for some false breakdown farmer false breakdown setups, which we have one forming right here. The false breakdown setup, very potent, very potent. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember RT when I found him, when he first started watching my channel, he bought high a day every time and he sold instantly. But then after watching Farmer, he started changing, but didn't learn anything from me. We got to make that clear. He didn't learn anything from me. Wink, wink. But yeah, RT was one of those people where he, just like a lot of Warrior students, they're waiting for the breakout to kind of start. They're waiting for the first candle to make a new high, then they're buying. That was RT when I found him. That was Marcelo. That was Crispy, right? Sure they did some dip trading. Sure they did a little bit of that. I didn't invent dip trading. What? Hold on here. We got the 5-minute bottoming tail here, which tells me we might get support off this level. So if you guys are wondering why I get so upset, it's because I helped some people become very rich, and they were friends, and they gave me credit back in the day. And then over the years, they have, because of, I think, their course and I guess egos, they switched from being kind of like a thank you farmer and we're friends to more like, we don't know you. We didn't learn anything from you. And so it's a personal thing almost above, I guess, the principle. I know I helped you, RT. I know Marcelo, MX Trading, Zavi, Crispy Trades, they owe this channel a huge thank you. And they did back in the day, but then it turned into, over time, we don't know you. We didn't learn anything from you. We didn't watch your channel. And it's just like, whoa, that's one thing for business. I like to have that, that rapport, that bragging rights to say, those are my students, right? Tim is a student of my student, right? That's one thing, but it's also another with the personal attacks. And I can't speak for all of them, but some of them were making some pretty personal attacks. And it's just, they saw me as a threat. Not at first. At first, they saw me as, their mentor, and they were super thankful. And I have, all the paper trail. They showed up, and I was a mentor to those guys, no doubt. But for a very short period of time, because they very quickly caught on to 50-50. And that's when they switched from warrior style to 50-50. And this was in 22. So maybe somebody else was doing this style, but and I can't speak for every person in the world. But I know about MMU, and I know about this continued transition of warrior students coming over to 50-50. And that's just been the last 2 years. And I've been trying to say, like, hey guys, even though this channel is small and there's not very many people know about this channel has a cool story. And unfortunately, there's people out there that are saying it's not true. Okay. And that's another personal attack where, okay, this is not just business. Now you're calling me a liar, of which I'm not. Okay. It's in some areas, maybe I think I'm a bigger deal than maybe I really am, but that doesn't change, the people I've helped. And I've seen from the people I've helped, and in everything, I've seen more and more people get help to the point where the branches are spreading far. People don't really know anymore, right? People don't know, and so, and that's fine. It's not like I want everybody to worship me, but I definitely have some bragging rights, but not really that. I have my story. It's a cool story, and if people say it's not true, then there's going to be a problem, and that's it. Anyways, now I'm totally on a. No, that was good. I needed to get that out. This is my little therapy session. I needed to get that out. It really has been bothering me for the last while, but I'm getting to the point now where it's like I think enough people have heard my case and not only heard my case but believed in it, and not really believed in it. It's more so, here's the evidence, right? Here's the story. They're saying this, and I'm like, here's me. Here's the evidence. I'm saying this is true. So you decide which is true, right? Because I guess it's turned into a battle of which story is true, which it never needed to. You know, and then it's all like, oh, well, they've moved on. Well, of course they've moved on. Right? If I robbed somebody's house and stole their urn or whatever, I made it a personal attack or whatever, I stole something, I think I'm going to get over that robbery a lot quicker than the victim. And I'm not comparing what they did as a robbery. It wasn't a robbery. It was more so like, I think, a lapse of judgment on their part as far as how to deal with the fact that I'm also on YouTube. I came here to teach, and because of my teaching, they became hugely successful traders. There's no question about it. Am I the only person in their lives that taught them? No. Do I need them to worship me every day? No, I don't want that. Do I want them to? Do I want people not to make courses? No. But what I don't enjoy is when people I know I've taught turn around and say, no, you didn't teach me. And then also start, calling me names and trash talking. This thing is just so whippy. So, and mind you, when RT found my channel, I had like 100 subscribers. Like my channel was nothing. So these, Marcelo, RT, they already had ambitions of being traders on YouTube and selling. They already had ambition, and they were working on that. They just weren't very good traders. Let's be honest. When I found all those guys teaching at MMU, they were not good traders until my channel touched their eyeballs. And there's more to that than that. But so anyways, as a small channel, I think they thought that, well, we'll just bully him into silence. And they successfully did that. And it really got to the point where they were like mocking me. So one of them was, in my opinion, not all of them. One of them was, and one of the main ones wasn't RT. RT I like most out of all. It wasn't RT. Okay, it wasn't Tim. RT, Tim, good guys. But that was in August of 23 or October, and it was around the time that there was this idea that this one student was going to get a lawsuit from a guru, and I think it scared him because that's when he went through my Discord. He left, right, and it was this big erasing of Farmer, and I think it corresponded with the fact that he pissed off another big guru. I believe it was Ross. And around that time that he was there was questions that Ross might sue this guy. Then all of a sudden, this guy went through and started erasing all the history from me, and stupidly made it public, and stupidly made some nasty comments on his way out. And so since that day, it was my mission to go live every day and to grow my channel, because I knew these guys thought they were just going to run away with this and just basically, I guess, just erase everything that I've done. And as another channel also wanting to teach people, my first group of people that learned these groups from Warrior, I didn't charge him any money, and I didn't get anything out of it except for this huge headache. But that's not true. I mean, at this point, I think most people. I mean, you here's the evidence. You decide. I'm gonna wrap up this. And Jim, and I apologize. I apologize because Jim, here's the deal. I know some of you guys have heard it over and over again, and it's not it's not for you guys to hear. Okay, it's for you guys to, if you heard it, ignore, because I'm talking to the new people. Okay, and I can't filter out the new from the old. Okay, and so I'm sorry you got to hear it over and over again. It's not because I want the same people to hear it over and over again. It's because we constantly have new people, and these new people are usually coming from Warrior, then to RT, and then to my channel. That's how the algorithm works. So by the time they get to my channel, you know, they're thinking, you know, they don't know any of this. Right. So it's not, and I apologize, Jim. It's not for you, Jim. And so maybe this is the time where you leave the stream. Right. Okay. This is the time where you just leave. Okay. Sometimes you got to sacrifice your queen to win the game. And this, unfortunately, or not unfortunately, it's not really that bad of a story. Or not even a story. It's my story. It's the story of 50-50. It's the reason why I'm live streaming to you right now. And so if you already know this, then maybe just leave the stream. Because sometimes you have to sacrifice your queen to win the game. And most men are too scared to sacrifice their queen. What does that mean? Sacrificing your queen is doing something that's painful at first, but it's going to result in something greater in the end. Right? That could be somebody who's stuck at a dead-end job, who's too scared to quit that job even though he hates it. And quitting that job would allow him to pursue his real passion or maybe a better career. And this is a common thing where somebody is not willing to sacrifice their queen. They're not willing to quit their job. They're not willing to go through something uncomfortable to get to the ultimate goal. All right. This concept can be applied to your trading as well. Right? How many times are you not wanting to sacrifice your queen on while trading? Okay, the concept of doing something that's, and this could be a stretch, but for example, not taking a trade where you think it's going to go because you're at max loss, even though the pattern's perfect, even though you really want to do it, and even though it's really going to be painful to keep your hands off the trigger. That could be a stretch. But again, sometimes you got to sacrifice your queen. Okay, so I apologize, Jim. I genuinely do. But there's things that are much greater than you going on in this community, and much greater than me. Much greater than me. Much greater than all of us. Okay, so I apologize, Jim. I am so sorry you guys got to hear this over. It's not for you. Okay? I think I've done enough for the community to get a little bit of grace. Okay? I think I've done enough. If you enjoy any of the live streams, if you've learned anything, if you like any of the trading that Tim's doing, that RT's doing, that Crispy's doing, that Marcelo's doing, if you enjoy any of that, then I think I have some brownie points to burn yet. And I might burn them to 0. And that might be the end of my channel. But I was personally attacked, in my opinion. Some of it was not personal. Some of it was just business. But it started to turn into personal. And so part of me fighting back is telling my story and making sure that people know it. And it's not to brainwash people. It's to say, hey, here's my story. It's just now. I was a small channel. I am just now finally got an audience, and maybe I'll lose them all. That could be. That could be. But I'm sorry, Jim. It's not for you. All right, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it there for today. There's no rebounding from that. So we're going to take the $2,600 and we're going to shut it down. That's what we're going to do. Did I make mistakes today? Yes. Did some of my trades fail? Yes. That's day trading. But more importantly, that's life. So stop tiptoeing around. Stop being afraid to stand up to yourself and stop being afraid to say stuff. And trust me, that's the way I've lived my whole life. And ever since the beginning of my time, my parents have told me my mouth gets me in trouble. But my mouth has also gotten me to where I am now to this day. Right? My bad habits in trading of revenge trading and becoming stubborn, it's bad, but that's also how I got to where I am now. How did I size up? Because I was willing to take the risk. Because I was a risk taker. So, you ready to go? Okay. Where do you want to go get coffee today, sis? Safeway? You gonna get a bagel? You want to go to Starbucks too? I can't believe my sister, she's moving to West Virginia. Oh, Poem, don't you dare. I don't need my ex-girlfriend in here right now. Get out of here, Poem. All right, I'm out of here. Poem, get out of here. What? Yeah, you talk a big game and then you get behind the keyboard. You can't. I'm just kidding. Poem is very special to me, even despite the fact that we fight. All right, I'm shutting this down. This is not going to end well. All right, guys, take it easy.
Wix.